Orna Jyn had grease on her face, age in her bones, and nothing left to lose. She sat on a rusting crate at the base of the Nova Titan, picking grit from under her nails. The Titan, a hulking iron god abandoned long ago, leaned against the gate like a drunk caught mid-fall. Its massive frame loomed against the twilight, a broken silhouette with 1,000 legends stitched to its name. Nova Titan, Orna muttered, spitting onto the dust. Sure, if anyone asks, it's snoring. The vanguard army stretched out on the horizon, a dark smear against the red sky. They were coming, marching, rolling, grinding, and soon they'd be close enough for Orna to smell their oil. The scouts were already here, tiny black specks creeping forward, testing the land with twitchy caution. Orna cracked her knuckles. The Nova Titan didn't work. It hadn't since her grandmother's grandmother told stories of the humans who fell from the sky. A gift, they said. A gift that did nothing but sit on its backside for centuries, rusting and staring at nothing. She'd spent decades studying them, fiddling with wires, memorizing useless scripts. Orna knew what was coming. The outpost was dead. All her neighbors, farmers, traders, her kin, had fled, leaving her behind. The old mechanic with no family and no speed in her legs, she was easy to abandon. But she wouldn't have left, even if she could. And there she was, climbing into the belly of the Nova Titan, cursing every one of its jagged bolts. Inside, it stank of mildew, age, and something else, a metal rot deep in its bones. The cockpit was tight, a place not built for her kind. Levers stuck, gears refused to budge. She slapped at buttons, muttering like a priest at a wake. The first scout appeared over the ridge, its glimmering optics catching the dying sun. Orna stared at it through the cracked viewfinder and whispered to herself, "All right, boys, let's put on a show." She shoved a lever. Nothing. She twisted a dial. Nothing. Damn it. The scout edged closer, its silhouette sharper now, inhuman but full of awful purpose. A scout always meant more. Orna's pulse slammed in her ears as she grabbed the cracked intercom. The thing screeched before falling silent, but her voice carried, "Turn back!" she roared, voice cracking. "You stand before the Nova Titan. This is your only warning." The scout froze, then it tilted its head, like a predator unsure of its prey. Orna reached for the prayer script etched into the cockpit wall. It was old, older than her, the letters half scraped away. A prayer to wake the dead. She didn't believe it. She said it anyway. "Nova Titan," she whispered, eyes closed, hands shaking. "If you're listening, if you ever were, now's the time to wake up. They're here. The people who trusted you are gone, but I'm here. Just me. And I don't want to die for nothing." She gripped the levers again and shoved. This time the Titan groaned. Metal ground on metal, a sound that could shatter teeth. The cockpit vibrated so hard it rattled her spine. Outside, the ground trembled. The scout flinched backward. "Oh," Orna breathed. "Did you feel that? Did you feel that?" The Nova Titan didn't stand. It couldn't. Its massive back stayed welded to the gates, but something deep within it shifted. Pistons whined, joints creaked. A guttural hum rose through its rusted chest like a giant waking from a nightmare. And for the first time in centuries, its guns, old and wheezing, lit up. The scout bolted. The others, farther out, froze. Orna screamed as she pulled the firing pin, her body bucking under the force. The Titan shuddered and spat fire. A stuttering arc of light tore across the plain, just a warning shot, but the earth split where it landed. Dirt and ash erupted skyward, blotting the sun. The scouts turned and ran. "Yeah, that's right!" Orna shouted after them, tears streaming down her face. Her arms trembled as she slumped against the seat. "Go on! Tell your masters the Nova Titan's awake! Tell them it's pissed!" She coughed, hard, wet. Blood spattered on her gloves. The strain was killing her. She could feel it. Her heart, her lungs, everything. She was too old to play God, but she stayed in the seat, gripping the controls, even as the Titan's hum began to fade. A small price. Tomorrow the vanguard would return with the whole army. Orna knew that. But tomorrow wasn't her problem. Today, her people had their chance to escape. As darkness swallowed the plains, Orna leaned back in the dead Titan's chest, alone but triumphant. "Not bad for an old mechanic," she whispered. The Titan hummed softly, like it was agreeing.